G'day guys and welcome back. A little bit of an update video on what we've done to the Patrol so far. This has been a busy couple of weeks really. Got the bar on and then we went for its lift and been mucking around doing little bits and pieces here and there. We've now got the lift in. We've got the lift in. Shocks have been sorted out. We've got airbags in the rear. We got the valves in the back here. Obviously positioning will probably change once the rear bar goes on. But we've got our bags and springs in. The Tough Dog springs all round with the Polyair airbags in the rear. They seem to be doing a good job. The ride is actually quite good. I actually haven't been able to fault the ride. It's just as good as what it was really with the standard suspension. So very happy with how the springs are. I think I chose well for how heavy the springs are. 300 constant in the rear and then I'd say probably 200 in the front. They don't actually say how many kilos the front is. Just say it's good for a bar and winch. So we've obviously got the bar on there and once the winch goes on it'll obviously be able to handle it as well. So that's all good. We've had a wheel alignment. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell on camera, but the rear wheels are still not as they should be. There's way too much toe in the rear. It's actually really bad to drive. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but you can see that. You can probably see it a bit better there. There's still way too much toe in the rear. It should be set to 0, but they put toe in the rear, so under heavy acceleration the car just is really loose in the back end, and then as soon as you cut the throttle it'll kick back the other way because it's not squatting down. So I have to take it back and get it realigned in the rear so it's set properly, because otherwise obviously it's not good to drive and it'll scrub these tires out as well on the inner side. They're actually sort of already stuffed. Once they get properly aligned again it should hopefully help them out, but the tires are actually, all of them are really feathered on the outside. The inside's actually fine, it's the outside that's feathering. So once they get that sorted and they wear a little bit, it should hopefully get sorted out. I'll have to rotate the tyres as well. Got the 200s in the front. The shocks have all been sorted out, pressurised. We've got the springs in, bars on, all nice. Got these bloody recovery points in finally. This side's set and all good. The other side, yeah, not so much. Relocated the aerial to the bull bar. Nicer, sort of frees up the bonnet and the pillars, so it's nice. Makes it a little bit better viewing. Flip this around the correct way now, thanks to the person from Razzler that actually commented on my bull bar video saying that I had it around the wrong way. Apparently the way I had it, you can have issues with the radar not working. Mine actually worked fine the way it was. The radar cruise still worked and the collision stuff worked. I did test it. As nerve-wracking as it was, I did make sure that it was actually going to work, because obviously when you do this sort of stuff you want to make sure that all your safety stuff still works. Sure enough, it did. It was fine the way it was. However, it doesn't mean that it's going to be fine if you muck it up. So that's around the right way now, so I've got no dramas there. Still had some issues with this recovery point though. Like, it's in there properly and I've got the bolt through the center finally, but I couldn't do it up all the way. So I think I'm going to have to buy another impact that has a bit more newton meters to get that bolt in properly, because it's in there tight but it's not all the way home. So I don't know what the go with that is, but anyway, we'll get it sorted eventually. That's what we've done so far with the lift and the bull bar, and mucking around with little bits and pieces here and there. And you can see that sits up a heap higher now. Not so much if you just look at the guards, but if you look under the car, heaps more room under the car, so a lot more ground clearance, which is awesome. Obviously approach angle is fantastic, and once the rear bar goes on, the departure will be good as well. Be able to move the rear spare tire back up onto the bar, so we won't have to worry about hitting that on the way out of something. Like I did say, the actual ride of the car is good. There's no real dramas with the ride. It over bumps and that sort of thing. Very compliant. Doesn't move around the road apart from how the alignment's set up. But once that's sorted, it'll be fine. It's just as comfortable. Bumps are very nice. In fact, I think it's probably better than the standard suspension. Pulling up into driveways and stuff, there's one driveway that I always pull up into that's quite steep and it's got 2 steps in it. Pulling up into that, it's very compliant and feels good. So I'll have to take it out onto some tracks and just see how it is on the tracks, but I think because the springs are set up now for the weight, it should be very, very good. Planning to head out to to the beach at some stage, maybe next week. So that'll be a good test for it as well. Depends when I can get it back in for this alignment to be sorted out. Now, massive shout out to Rowan at RDT Mechanical, who sorted out the lift for me. Bit of a drive here from Townsville up to Mina Creek, but certainly well worth it. He's also looking at getting a wheel alignment machine as well, so he can do the alignments when he's doing lifts or any sort of mechanical suspension work to these cars, because he knows 100% how to set him up, so they're 100% perfect. I messaged him after the wheel alignment, showed him the how they aligned it. He said most things were good, but it was just that the rear and the toe was way out and not how it should be. So he's got plenty of experience and knowledge of working on these things. That's what he does. So if you are in the Townsville region and you are looking for, you know, any mechanical work, servicing, anything like that, just take the 3-hour drive to get up there and do it. There's plenty of cool things to look at in the area whilst you're waiting for your car, and it's really nice scenery up there as well, especially if you've never really been up that way before. Definitely worth going up there and seeing him. If it's an overnight sort of thing, you can camp out at his property as well. He's got a nice spot down there where you can camp. A lot of the Y62 Far North community goes up there and meets up with him, camps on his property, and goes forward driving with him as well. So he's certainly a big member of the community, just as much as he is doing his mechanical work. So highly rate him, and a massive thanks to him. So if you do need some stuff done, check out his Facebook page and get in contact with him, because he is really on the game with these cars. So certainly worth it. It was a big day for me. Only had an hour's sleep before we left at just before 4 o'clock in the morning. Drove up there to drop it off at 7, and he had it done at 3 o'clock that afternoon. Also chucked some carpet down in the back, something I've been meaning to do for a long time now. Finally got there. Obviously need to sort out this little bit here, and also recarpet that section there with just some bits cut to shape. Yeah, it just makes the back of it look so much better. Also been mucking around with a little bit of interior stuff. I'm going to put this back up from mucking around yesterday. Doing a little bit of interior work. I've retrimmed these leather panels in some nice suede. They're a black sort of grey. I need to redo the other one because I didn't quite cut it properly. But the passenger side one I got right, because it was obviously the second one I did. But I'll take the driver side one off and recut that one. But really happy with the passenger side one, and I just think it looks, I don't know, a little bit nicer. Sort of really works really well with the chrome delete that I've done. I like the colour matches as well, and it's just, I don't know, a bit different, something else that you can do to sort of make your car yours. The leather was nice, of course, but yeah, I don't know, I just sort of prefer the suede a little bit. And of course it's sort of similar to the Warrior as well. So there you go, guys, just a little bit of an update on what's going on with the car. If you've got any questions about the lift or any other little bits and pieces I've done, please do let me know. I'll be happy to help you out. There'll be another video coming very shortly, as the Patrol is now over 2 years old. So I'll be doing my thoughts on how I think the Patrol stacks up 2 years later compared to its competition and the other vehicles that are on the road, which are other options to the Patrol. So give you my thoughts, feedback on the car and what I think about it. Even though the Y62 is pretty much at the end of its life cycle now, people are still looking to get in the latest model, the 2024 versions of them. Apparently rumoured to, apparently, the ones that are coming up later this year are supposed to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in them, so they're apparently going to have a new infotainment system. Would be easy enough to put in one of the ones from Dubai and modify it to work in, you know, the Australian version of the Y62, but this is all speculation and rumours, so who really knows if it's true. And a lot of people say it doesn't really make sense to do it with a dying car, but if it is true and you can get one, well, then you've pretty much the ultimate Y62 then, with a factory and Android Auto, so you'd be, yeah, that'd definitely be the one to buy before, you know, the Y63 comes in and it's going to be completely different, because these have at least proven themselves. And as with all new cars, there's a little bit of trial and error and problem solving with issues and stuff that come about as people buy them. So if it does happen, that'll be really cool, and it means that people like me can find one, chuck it in, and then you've got something that's OEM and will be just guaranteed to work. So it'll be interesting to see if it does come. There's been a couple of dealers actually saying it now, so who knows, maybe they're just being stupid and not knowing anything like some dealerships are, or perhaps there's a bit of truth behind it, who knows. But it'd be great to see, but yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm also going to do another video of some new rumors and stuff that we've heard of the Y63. I think the cousin of the Y62, the Flash version, apparently is already out. There might be some, I know there's some sort of spy photos of them and whatnot, so that'll be interesting to see if the rumors are going to be true, so stay tuned for that one. As always guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, do subscribe, because there's a lot of awesome stuff coming up, and there's plenty of great information and DIY stuff that I do on the Y62s. Make sure you like and comment as well, it's always appreciated. Till the next one guys, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.